Hi, this is the little dwarf playing games while rambling coherently into a microphone. Why? Just because I can, and I continue with Neverwinter Nights. Now, seeing how I got the last word of power, I should really talk to Lino about the rest of her story.
Hey there, dear. What can I do for you?
I want you to continue your story from before. We have too much to do right now. What? What are you talking about? The chapter is about to end. Like, I literally have nothing else to do. And I think it might even end automatically after I talk to Arin again, so that's a bit weird.
I have just received the latest reports from the battlefield, and things are grim. The walls of Neverwinter have been breached, and the Lord's Alliance has retreated to Castle Never under the onslaught. Erebeth, with her intimate knowledge of our strategies, crushes our forces in every encounter. Half the city is under the control of her Luskan forces. And what of your mission? Have you found the success our troops have not?
I have another of the words of power here.
Finally, some good news. And not a moment too soon. Even now, I am preparing to leave for Castle Neverwinter, to help ensure the words I sent there for safekeeping are not captured by Erebeth. I might as well open my coffers to you before we go. The money was meant to fund the defense of the city, and you seem to have done more for that cause than anyone else. Better I give the funds to you than let the Luskan forces loot them. You have done well. Take this reward of 4,500 gold coins. You have earned it, and there is more where that came from. If you accompany me to Neverwinter, to aid in defending the city. The Lord's Alliance desperately needs someone such as you.
You wouldn't happen to have any spare magical equipment that might prove useful in the defense of Neverwinter, would you?
All our weapons and armor have been sent to the battlefront, unfortunately. The only thing I have left are these potions. I was going to give them to my most trusted operatives to use in their efforts to defend Neverwinter. Now that I think about it, however, you could probably make better use of them. Time grows short. We must return to Castle Never to defend its walls and the words of power within from Erebeth and Malcolm. We will leave right now if you are ready.
Hey there, dear.
Oh, well...
The words of power, the tools of a creator race. Herdraline spoke of them as though they could shape worlds, and perhaps they had. With these in hand, victory would not be far behind, or so it was thought. While Arin Gend searched for the ancient relics, Morgrim's army pressed their attacks against Neverwinter. Their dark magics and sheer numbers soon overwhelmed the defenders. The betrayer, Erebeth, was at the forefront when the walls were breached. The words of power, once thought safe within Castle Never, were in danger of falling to the enemy. And behind the invasion, an even greater evil, Morag, Queen of the Old Ones, had awoken.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm a bit salty about not being able to finish Ledo's quest.
Hey there, dear. What can I do for you?
Yeah, we can't talk anymore. Oh well.
We meet again. As you know, I am Nasher Alagonda, Lord of Neverwinter. I was once an adventurer like you, though that was years ago.
What, did you get an arrow in your knee or whatever?
Arin Death tells me you have done much in the defense of our city. For this I thank you, though I fear it was all in vain. Erebeth knows our defenses too well. We could not stand against her forces. The enemy has breached our walls. All is lost.
Do not give up hope, my lord. We still have the words of power, after all.
And what good has that done, Arin? We have no way to use them. Whatever magic is locked within those stone tablets is of no use to us.
Perhaps Herdraline will reveal their secret to us, if you release her from the dungeons.
I don't trust that creature, Arin, and neither should you. We have done her no harm. If she was truly our ally, she would tell us what she knows.
Herdraline told us about the secret door beneath Castle Never. Without her, we would never have found the Source Stone.
And what good has that done, Arin? That creature won't tell us anything about it. The Source Stone is as useless to us as the words of power.
Perhaps Herdraline will speak to our champion. She has spoken with them before.
Enough, Arin. Now, if you want to speak to Herdraline, you are free to do so. But I will not release her from the dungeon while an enemy is within our city gates. Personally, I think this is all a waste of time. Words of power, the Source Stone, Herdraline. What good is this against Erebeth's army? Our fate is sealed. We are all doomed.
Well, we might as well be with that attitude. Can I ask you some questions, though?
After all you have done for the city, the least I can do is answer your questions. Although Gent probably knows more than I do.
What can you tell me about Herdraline?
We captured the lizard woman slinking around the city shortly after Luskan attacked. After Erebeth's betrayal, I'm not too trusting. So we are keeping her locked in a cell in the dungeon. She was hissing and babbling about Mogrim wanting the words of power and the Source Stone. But we couldn't get much else out of her. She's half mad, I fear, and doesn't seem to trust us. Gend seems to think she might trust you, though. You're free to speak with her in the dungeons if you wish.
Can you let her out?
I'm sorry, but I won't do that. Not while there's an enemy inside the city. She might be an ally, but it's just as likely she's a spy. Besides, we aren't doing her any harm, only keeping an eye on her. And if she has information to help us, she should be willing to share it whether we keep her in prison or not. Gend can probably answer your questions better than I, but I'll help you if I can.
What can you tell me about the words of power that were brought here earlier?
I've given them to Master Ford, Chief Archaeologist of Neverwinter. He seems to think there's some link between the words and the Source Stone. Initially, I hoped he could figure out how to unleash their power. But even as wise as Master Ford is, he hasn't been able to learn anything more about the words of power or the Source Stone.
Where can I find him?
Since we discovered the Source Stone in the secret chambers beneath Castle Never, Master Ford has spent all his time studying it. You can go speak to him to see what he's discovered if you wish. Though you might have more luck getting information from that creature Herdraline if you can get her to talk. Gend can probably answer your questions better than I. But I'll help you if I can.
What can you tell me of the Source Stone?
When we first captured Herdraline, she said something about the Source Stone and secret chambers beneath Castle Never. She sounded half crazy, but I thought it was worth looking into. I put Master Ford, Neverwinter's leading archaeological expert, in charge of the search. He unearthed a previously undiscovered chamber beneath the castle. Inside was an enormous crystalline boulder, the Source Stone. If you want to know more about it, you should speak with Master Ford. Gend can probably answer your questions better than I, but I'll help you if I can.
What's the latest news from the battle lines?
The reports are grim. In the initial assault, Luskan overwhelmed us with sheer numbers and the unbridled ferocity of their attack. The defenders were forced to fall back to the city core. Erebeth knew our defenses too well, never stood a chance. My troops are loyal, but against such odds, there's little hope. It's only a matter of time until Castle Never itself falls.
Is there no one who will come to our aid?
Reinforcements from the Lord's Alliance are marching, but they are too far away. By the time they arrive, all that will remain of Neverwinter is burnt bodies and charred rubble.
What if I could kill Erebeth and Mogrim?
It is too late for that, I fear. Our defenses are already broken. The damage has been done. If Erebeth and Mogrim were both slain, there is a chance it might break the spirits of the Luskan invaders. But I wouldn't count on it. The Luskans attacked with a rage and ferocity I have never seen before. Some sinister force drives our enemies forward. Or perhaps this is justice of a sort. Neverwinter may have brought this doom upon itself.
What do you mean?
The blood of Fenthic is on my hands. After the plague, the mob cried for blood, and I gave it to them. Fenthic was guilty only of trusting Desta. He was no enemy of Neverwinter. And yet I saw him hanged for failing to protect the city, as was his sworn duty. Can we really be so surprised Erebeth betrayed us after we executed her lover?
Fentic's execution may have been wrong, but it does not excuse Erebeth's betrayal. Because, like, she has gone genocidal. There's, you know, I understand if she wanted to kill, for example, Lord Nasher specifically, but they are laying siege to an entire city, killing, you know, countless civilians who had nothing to do with that.
That is what I tell myself over and over, but the words are hollow to my own ears. I only wanted to do what was best for Neverwinter, to heal the wounds left by the Wailing Death. Yet even as I passed sentence on Fenthic, I knew in my heart it was wrong. This was not justice. Fenthic died to feed the city's lust for revenge. And now Neverwinter shall fall to an army that was raised to feed Erebeth's own vengeance. Perhaps that is justice.
Perhaps you can atone for what you've done.
I fear it is too late for that. Fenthic is dead and Erebeth... Perhaps if I were given the chance to pass judgment again, I would act differently, more mercifully. But I fear that chance shall never come. I must live with the burden of what I have done, as must my city. Neverwinter will fall. Gend can probably answer your questions better than I, but I'll help you if I can.
I'm interested in knowing more about you, Lord Nasher.
Once, I was an adventurer like you. Were the situation not so desperate, I would call upon the court bards to sing you tales of my exploits. But I am long since retired. I am ruler of Neverwinter now, and my life is one of administrative duties and the delegation of responsibility. Hardly the stirring stuff of legends. I miss those days of glory and heroism, but I gave them up to serve the city I love. Alas, my sacrifice was all in vain. Neverwinter will fall, and I can do nothing about it.
You should be going.
Of course, of course. But before you go, maybe Gend is right. Maybe you should go speak to this Herdraline creature. I doubt it will do much good, but maybe, just maybe, she knows something that can save us. We're desperate after all. Any important information you come across should be reported directly to Arin Gend. I've placed him in charge of the defense of the city.
These are indeed dark times, though not so dark as Lord Nasher portrays them. The people of Neverwinter are made of sterner stuff than any of us imagine. But if Neverwinter is to survive, we must all play our part. My place is here by Lord Nasher's side. I must oversee every aspect of the defense of the city. And your own part is one you know all too well. You must save Neverwinter once more, though how you might accomplish this I cannot say. Perhaps the creature Herdraline knows something of this.
I have some questions.
I once knew every secret in this city, but these are turbulent times, and even I am left stumbling in the dark.
What can you tell me?
I will tell you whatever I can.
What can you tell me about Herdraline?
She arrived here shortly after the third word of power was delivered to Castle Never. Lord Nasher suspected she was a spy, and had her imprisoned in the dungeons. After Erebeth's betrayal, he has grown overly cautious, and I fear it has made Herdraline mistrustful of us. She did tell us about the source stone beneath the castle, but nothing beyond that. Maybe you could try speaking to her. She trusts you, and I sense there's something important she's not telling us about the words of power and that source stone.
Can you let her out of the dungeon?
Lord Nasher would never consent to that, I'm afraid. Not while we are besieged by a hostile army. I doubt it would help in any case. She does not trust us, plain and simple. Perhaps because of Erebeth's actions, Herdraline fears everyone from Neverwinter is corruptible. I'll do my best to help you.
What can you tell me about the words of power?
Lord Nasher gave them to Master Ford, chief archaeologist of Neverwinter. He believes there is a link between the words and the Source Stone. But Master Ford has not been able to learn anything more about the words of power or the Source Stone, unfortunately. I'll do my best to help you.
What can you tell me about the Source Stone?
Herdraline told us about the Source Stone and secret door beneath Castle Never. As Spy Master, I'm embarrassed to admit, I never suspected there were hidden chambers beneath our dungeons before this. When we found the stone, Lord Nasher put Master Ford, Neverwinter's leading archaeological expert, in charge of studying it. But so far, the Source Stone has refused to give up its secrets. If you want to know more about it, you should speak with Master Ford. I'll do my best to help you.
What's the latest news from the battle lines?
Things have calmed since the initial onslaught. The defenders fell back to the city core, but I do not know how long we will be able to hold it. We are badly outnumbered, and Erebeth knew every inch of this city. All her knowledge is being used against us now.
Is there no one who would come to aid us?
Reinforcements from the Lord's Alliance are on their way, but I do not know if we can hold out until they get here.
What if I could kill Aribeth and Mogrim?
I doubt it would help. Erebeth has likely shared our every weakness with all her generals by now. If Mogrim were killed, it might break the enemy's spirit. Though in truth that also seems unlikely. Normally Luskan forces are but cowards and raiders. They hit and run. This time, however, something is different. Some sinister force drives our enemies forward. And there is a pall lingering in the air. A dark cloud hanging over all the defenders and driving them to despair.
What do you mean?
Surely you must feel it. There is a shadow over Neverwinter. A curse that drags down morale and inspires our enemy. Perhaps on some level, the people of Neverwinter feel they deserve to suffer. I know Lord Nasher feels such guilt at least, for what happened to Fenvic.
Perhaps he can atone for what he has done.
For all our sakes, I hope he is given that chance. Is there something else I might do for you? I'll do my best to help you.
I'm interested in knowing more about Lord Nasher.
He was once a great adventurer, you know. I wish you could have known him then. A true hero in all his magnificent glory. He is a different man now. Still a good man, but the bureaucracy and responsibility of leadership weigh heavily on him. He has grown somber and serious. And now, in Neverwinter's darkest hour, I fear he has given in to complete despair. Erebeth's betrayal, the guilt over Fenthic's execution, the slaughter of his people. Sometimes the burden on Lord Nasher is too great. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, they say. There is little we can do for him, other than trying to save the city. Is there anything else? You should speak to Herdraline before you go. Maybe she will tell you something about the Source Stone or the Words of Power. My instincts tell me that she is the key if Neverwinter is to be saved. And I have learned to trust my instincts.
Before I go to the dungeons, let me see if there is anyone around. Like some traders or... And obviously the adventure would not be complete without me thrashing Lord Nasher's chests and stealing his belongings. I am the hero of Neverwinter, after all.
All right, dear. I'm getting to it. Takasi! Oh, excuse my elven.
Nope, there's just some guards and some wounded people.
I have been waiting for you. These other warm bloods are weak. I do not trust them. They are weak. Like the ones you call Erebeth and Mogrim. They cannot stand against the creators. Now that Morag stirs within the Source Stone, Mogrim has unlocked the magic of the words of power. The old ones awake, and the world you know shall be no more.
Morag, Sourcestone, Old Ones, but the words of power are safe here in Castle Never.
3 of the words are here in this castle. But there are 4 words of power in all. Mogrim has found the final word, strongest of them all. I came here to warn your people against Morag's return, but the Warmbloods do not trust me. They cast me into this dungeon. Do not waste time trying to free me from this prison. It serves no purpose. Instead, you must help me stop Morag's return before the old ones awake and I am made a word slave once more.
What must I do?
The 4th word is close. I can feel its power. Mogrim and Erebeth brought it here to this city you call Neverwinter. Bring the word to me. I am Herdraline, leader of the word slaves. With the final word, I can break Morag's power and trap her forever inside the Source Stone.
I have some questions.
You're kinder ever curious. A curse of your warm blood, perhaps. Our time grows short, but I will answer your questions.
Tell me about the words of power and the Source Stone.
Morag created the Source Stone with the power of the words, capturing the essence of fire within the gem, even as the world began to grow cold around her people. Morag placed her people in a deep hibernation within the Source Stone's core. In her slumber, the Queen's power grew, so one day she might use the words to rise again and banish the endless winter. If Morag fully awakes, the true power of the Source Stone will be unleashed. This land of ice will become steaming jungle, and the old ones will return to enslave the lesser races, as they did at the dawn of time. You're kinder ever curious. A curse of your warm blood, perhaps. Long ago, when even the elves were young, the world was hot and jungle covered this frozen waste. This was the time of my people, the creator race, the old ones. The old ones enslaved the lesser races, and all bowed to us, and the terrible power of Morag, our queen. But then the long winter came. To survive, Morag placed her people into a deep hibernation within the Source Stone, to await the day they might rise and reclaim what was once theirs. You're kinder ever curious. I am Herdraline, handmaiden of Morag, and last of the word slaves. When my people vanished, my kind were left behind, bound to the will of our mistress by the power of the words. Forced to survive the endless winter, we word slaves grew strong in our torment. We broke the magic bonds of our fell queen and found our freedom. We scattered the words of power so the old ones might never wake to enslave us again. But Morgrim has disturbed the Source Stone, and Morag stirs once more. You're kinder ever curious. The one you call Arabeth has fallen under Morag's spell. Some terrible fate left her vulnerable to Morag's corrupting evil. My queen touched her mind through her dreams, feeding a dark and festering hatred until it consumed all else. Arabeth is a slave to Morag's evil now. You're kinder ever curious. Morgrim is nothing but a foolish pawn. Morag twists and warps his mind, and in the end she will destroy him. My queen has promised him power. But when the old ones awake, he will be enslaved with the rest of the lesser races.
I will return once I have the final word of power.
You must hurry. With each passing hour, Morag's power grows. Soon, I will not be strong enough to stop my queen from awakening her people.
All right, dear. I'm getting to it.
Yeah!
I'm all done here. I'm all done here. Takasi! Oh, excuse my elven.
Yeah! Yeah!
I'm all done here. Take you now!
Yeah!
All right, dear. I'm getting to it. I'm all done here. All right, dear. I'm getting to it.
Time for a bit of the game.
Yeah!
All right, dear. I'm Takasi. Oh, excuse my elven.
Well met.
I don't like this one bit. When I became an archaeologist, this wasn't what I had in mind. Master Ford is messing with things he doesn't understand. Things like the Source Stone are better left to wizards, not professors and their students. I need to see the Source Stone. You'll have to see Master Ford about that. I don't know why anyone would want to see that thing though. There's something evil about that stone, I can feel it. Go ahead and ask your questions. I'll tell you whatever I want. What do you know about the Source Stone? It's a thing of great power, a great evil. I wish we had never found it. There's something alive inside, that's what Master Ford says. You'd think that would make him more cautious, but he's behaving very strangely. It's like the stone has some strange hold over him. Where are the words of power? They are with the Source Stone. Master Ford thinks that they will help unlock secrets of what's inside. Personally, there are some secrets I prefer not to know. You should go to speak to Master Ford. Maybe you can talk some sense into him and get him to give it all up.
Hello there.
Oh, what? You startled me. I was rather engrossed in the manuscripts that Master Ford had me looking over. Fascinating reading. These documents date from the time of the Creator race, if you can believe that. Hopefully they'll give us some insight into the Source Stone we unearthed. I need to see it. Well, you have to speak to Master Ford about that. Now, is there something else, or can I get back to my parchments and tomes? Master Ford harps upon the value of sharing our knowledge with others, so I suppose I should answer your questions. Where are the words of power? They are with the Source Stone, of course. Master Ford feels their power is key to unlocking the secrets within. Perhaps you should speak to him about this. What do you know about the Source Stone? The stone contains immense power and radiates a widespread but gentle warmth throughout the whole city. That's the reason it's Neverwinter in Neverwinter. Other than that, we know very little, but Master Ford has several interesting theories. You should speak to him. Finally, I can return to those manuscripts. They are far more interesting than you, I must say.
Greetings. I am Master Ford, head archaeologist of Neverwinter. Lord Nasher mentioned someone might be coming to investigate the Source Stone.
The Source Stone is a truly remarkable discovery, I must say. Fascinating. I've been an archaeologist for nearly half a century, and I've never come across anything like it before. I tried to pry some secrets from Herdraline, the lizard creature Lord Nasher has imprisoned in the dungeon, but she didn't seem to trust me. I need to see the Source Stone. Of course, why would I be the only one allowed to see it? It isn't mine after all. Go in and take a look if you want. I doubt it'll do you much good, however. There doesn't seem to be any way to unlock the secrets within the stone. I thought the words of power might be the key, but they haven't done anything so far. How come nobody noticed the stone down here after all? It was only after the lizard creature Herdraline told us of the Source Stone's existence that we began to search beneath the dungeons of the Castle Never for hidden passages. We found the secret door easily enough. Then, it was almost too easy considering nobody ever noticed it before. It's almost like the stone itself wants to be found now. What do you know about the Source Stone? The stone radiates a magical heat strong enough to keep the entire city warm, even in this chill climate, yet gentle enough that you can actually go right up to it and touch the stone itself. That is all we really know for certain. However, I have several theories based on my own examinations and extensive research into ancient manuscripts. Tell me of your theories. My research indicates that there is an entire extraplanar realm within the gleaming crystalline surface, a nexus of many parallel worlds, a conduit linking alternate planes and universes with each other, and something lives within the Source Stone as well, of that I am certain. A powerful life force emanates from the stone, probably from the inhabitants of the extraplanar realm. The creature Herdraline could probably tell you more, if she wanted to, but when I tried to speak to her, she refused to answer my question. I don't think she trusts me. Don't you think it might be dangerous to unlock the secrets of the Source Stone? You sound like my assistant, Esmeralda. She wants nothing to do with the stone, but I am well aware of the risks involved. And yet, I cannot leave the stone alone. When awake, it consumes my thought, and at night, it haunts my dreams. It calls to me, it wants me to unravel the mysteries contained within. You feel the call of the ancient evil that dwells within the stone, Master Ford. Beware lest it consumes you. My assistant Esmeralda said the same thing. I'll tell you what I told her. I'm an experienced archaeologist. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry about me. Feel free to speak to me anytime. I'm always eager to discuss the Source Stone. Should Should I be going this way? A voice speaks softly as you near the stone. Recover the last word and you will have access to the source stone. That's fair.
Please try to keep this conversation short. There are more dead and dying here than I could cure in a lifetime.
Your work here is appreciated. There are a few others left who can do what I can. I pray someone stops this madness before it kills us all. Ring of Protection +5. There's no point in me saving money because obviously the game is ending. I'll try to find a dedicated armorer.
I greet you.
Soldiers are saying that the Luskan don't take any prisoners. They'll kill us all if they breach the gates.
Hello there.
I barely escaped with my life when the Luskan army burned down my home. I have nowhere else to go.
Well met.
You're the hero that saved us from the Wailing Death. Have you come to save the city one last time, or are you trapped in here like the rest of us?
I don't think I can do that. Sorry. I don't think I can do that. Sorry.
I thought the temple would be a good place to come when the Luskans burned down my house, but maybe I should have gone to the Moonstone Mask. The girls there were always kind to me.
I greet you.
The soldiers won't be able to hold the city core much longer. Soon the enemy will break through and slaughter us all. Read that all. Okay, I guess it's time to go out into the streets. Actually do some fighting.
May the blessings of Earth Mother Shantia and the Tree Father Sylvanus be upon you in these dark times.
The Warzone. Okay, that does seem like a place I should be in.
Hello?
I'm surprised you're still here with the Luskanites so close. Lord Nasher's ordered me to come up with as many swords and shields as I can and lay my paws on to aid the defense of Neverwinter, but I'm not complaining. Everyone's got to do their part in times like these, and all the gold Nasher's paying me don't hurt none. Cloak of Protection +5. It's pretty cool, actually. But first, do you have a better weapon? Nope, just +3. Although this also gives me +2 to saving throws, so to be honest, it might be better just buying the Cloak of Fortification from this guy.
Please try to keep this...
Fortification +3. Okay, so I'm going out to the front line.
Let's have at it!
Okay, this might be unkillable.
You and me! Let's go! Away! You and me!
I can...
Please try to keep this conversation...
Hello to...
Nobody walks away!
In the name
Only
of
one way out
Shining
for you!
I can...
Time for a bit of the game.
Victory will be ours!
You and me! Let's go! Taste death, your taste! Bloody...
Please try to keep this conversation...
Let's have at it!
I can
You ain't one of them Luskan soldiers, are you? Because you said to stay away from them because they hurt me.
I won't hurt you, little girl. I'm Lisa. I came here with Lusa. She's my big sister. She's pretty. There were lots of soldiers out here, so we had to hide. Lusa fell asleep because it was dark. I heard a noise and got scared, so I ran away. Then there were monsters. Lusa wants me to go back to the Moonstone Mask. That's where Lusa works. I miss her. It's cold out here and I'm scared. It's safe now. You can go back to the Moonstone Mask. I'm not supposed to trust strangers. Lusa taught me that. I'm no stranger. I'm Herdraline. I'm a friend of your sister. I guess if you know Lusa, you're not so bad. Okay, I'll go back to the Moonstone Mask. You're a real nice man. I can't wait to see Lusa again.
Please try to keep this calm.
Take you now!
This document is a short summary of the basic plan of attack that the Luskan force is using during its assault. Aribeth is a war leader, is commanding the army from Mogrim's Sanctuary, an extraplanar domain created by Mogrim. Supposedly can be reached by a portal located in a courtyard to the southeast. The final line reads, "Beware the Balor, for he guards the entrance to Mogrim's Sanctuary and will kill all trespassers."
Spare a coin, friend?
Who are you? What do you want? I'm just a poor old blind man. Please don't hurt me. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. Your voice, you don't have the Luskan accent. I guess if you were a Luskan soldier, you'd have already chopped off my head. But if you aren't a Luskan soldier, I can only wonder what brings you here. I have some questions, I guess. How have you avoided capture by the Luskan army? You might look at me and see a blind, helpless old man, but if that's the case, you're getting no more use out of your eyes than I do of mine. What are you talking about? Long ago, before my hair grew white and my eyes black, I was a smuggler here in Neverwinter. Back then, I wasn't just known as Asgard the Aged, just Asgard. That proves how good I was. I knew every secret way in and out of the city, and even blind I can still find most of them. That's how I was able to help the children escape when the Luskan army came. And that's how I avoided capture by the Luskan soldiers so far. Whenever I heard them slumbering up my front steps to search the building, I just slipped away at the back door. Back door? This place doesn't have a back door. Oh yes, but it does. A secret door. Unfortunately, it leads right into the heart of where the Luskan army's high command has set up camp. It's funny, really. They built a huge iron gate guarded by a score of archers to protect their high commanders, and an old blind smuggler got himself a secret unguarded way in. Where can I find it? It's over there against the far corner of the wall. Just touch the bookshelf. Not too difficult to find. Once you know what you're looking for, feel free to use it if you like. But please, don't go spreading news all about it. If Neverwinter survives the war, I want to keep my little secret. You never know where it might come in handy. Thanks for the info. I'm going to use it to find Aribeth and Mogrim. Very well, I hope you kill them when you find them. After the slaughter they brought down on the city, they deserve no less. As for me, I think I'll stay here. I doubt a blind man would be much help on your expedition. Now, before I go in there, I will sort of run around the rest of the district.
Please try to keep this...
And see if there's anything in there. Like, can I just go full frontal and just enter through here? I can, but I guess first, some magic emanating from here.
Time for a bit of the game.
I hope.
Please try to keep this comment.
Okay, I'll try taking down the Balor and continue next time. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!